When I was 16, I developed a little superpower. I became invisible to everyone from 16 to 30 years old. And I'm glad nobody knew me during this time. This was probably the hardest time in my life. I was suicidal. I was constantly depressed. I was addicted to every drug I could get my hands on. It's just that now looking back at it, I can see it was God stopping me. But back then, I didn't believe in God. I didn't want anything to do with Him. And I was using any method that I could to cope with the regret and inadequacy that I was feeling. And I'm glad nobody knew me. Because I was a selfish, insecure, and just ultimately the most hateful person. And I can't stand that person now. I didn't care about anybody. I didn't care about myself. But I remember at one point I had decided that if there was a God, I hate Him. Because I would, even though I didn't believe in God, I used to occasionally pray, and I would pray for God to kill me in my sleep. That if He was any kind of just God, that He would do it. And I kept waking up, and I would cuss out God. On the nights that I would pray, I would wake up and I would cuss out God for not killing me in my sleep. Just one night, and this is, those two verses, Lord is the Lord of heaven and earth, He does whatever He pleases. And I will reveal myself to a people who did not call on my name. Here am I. One night, it was after the Jeffrey Dahmer became big again, and the Netflix special came out. I'd watched the entire series in like 3 days. I was obsessed with Dahmer. He always fascinated me for some reason. And I remember I was watching YouTube, and I was just researching about it, right, on YouTube. I was watching somebody's breakdown of the Dahmer tapes, and this video had autoplayed, and it was talking about God's grace, and how Dahmer had gave his life to Christ at the end of his life. And he said something along the lines of, people think that somebody like Dahmer doesn't deserve to be saved. And the guy said, what part of the blood of Jesus washes over you, but it doesn't cover him? Like, what part of the blood of Jesus skips over him, but was enough for you? And I remember I started to cry. And I didn't know why. Like, uncontrollable, like, ugly little girl, little boy didn't get their candy in the store, on the floor, crying. And I was on the floor. And I was on my knees, and I was just, all the brokenness that I was feeling just came to a head at that moment. I was on my knees like this, and I was just broken. And I remember feeling the atmosphere shifted. So, like I said, I didn't pray, I didn't call out, I didn't do anything. But I remember that I could feel something, some entity, is the best that I could describe it, was in the room with me. I could feel it. And it was right behind me. Even thinking about it now, I still kind of shake a little bit. And I remember I had just got a puppy, and this thing was like always yapping and everything, and it was completely silent. I remember, I don't even think I was breathing, because even the atmosphere around me submitted to it. And I remember I was looking up like my mind could not wrap around what was happening, but I could feel it. And I remember I felt something, it's hard to describe, but I felt Him walking towards me. And I remember It was the most realest thing I've ever felt in my life. Like, more real than what I'm feeling right here kneeling on the floor. I remember I felt these arms wrap around me, hold me, and pull me in. And you remember how I told you I was just on the floor, broken, crying. Every tear that I was crying instantly gone. And I had never felt more loved or more okay than I did at that moment. And then, so a day or two goes by, and I'm sitting there at work, and I'm trying to smoke a cigarette, because I used to smoke cigarettes, you guys, you didn't know. Shock horror. But I remember I was standing at the door at work trying to smoke a cigarette, and I was like, this is different now. I was like, this doesn't feel the same. Like, everything I thought became different. How I saw the world became different. How I saw myself became different. And I knew, after about 2 weeks, my mind finally could somewhat wrap around it. That was the creator of the universe in my room, letting me know that he saw me and that he heard me. Even though I didn't say anything, he heard me. And that comes to mind every time that I am tempted to walk away. That is something I cannot deny. That the creator of the universe was in my bedroom. And he held me.